As winter weather creeps in across the country, one organization is working to ensure people left with nowhere to go in the wake of Hurricane Helene's devastation are able to stay warm. In North Carolina, the newly established charity, Operation Helo, is working to provide RVs and motorhomes to more than 160 families displaced by the storm, which ravaged the state earlier this fall. The hurricane tore through North Carolina in late September, killing over 100 people, causing an estimated $53 billion in damage. Months later, many are still trying to pick up the pieces. So joining me now to talk about the work that is being done, the organization's co-founder and director of operations, I'd like to welcome in Matt McShane. Matt, thank you so much for being with us here. Just talk about how this RV giveaway works. How do you determine which families they're going to?
Yeah, thanks for having us on. I appreciate your time. So basically, all the families are vetted through either a local fire department, a fire chief will go out, assess the situation, and or a sheriff in that county will go out. And once these people are put on the list, they get vetted. Then we go through a process of internal vetting ourselves, and then they get put on the list. And as we, slowly start ticking them off the list, they hopefully get a camper.
It's so amazing as we see that caravan there, all of those RVs in that line. What has been the reaction?
It's overwhelming. Unfortunately, I don't get to be a part of giving each and every one of this. We have an incredible voluntary force that gets to take these up and deliver them. And Natasha, our director of all of this, has put this together. It's just the stories and the letters that she brings back, and it's just phenomenal. These people are really struggling. It's going on the third month now, and it's just devastating to know that we have situations like this as our neighbors. And this is basically a third world country up there, and just trying to provide for these people and help our neighbors, and to see the stories that come out of it, it's really heartfelt and warming, and makes us not want to stop. That's why we're not stopping. So.
And Matt, and so these RVs, people can put them right on their property, right? They don't need to get any type of special permission.
Yeah, so they fall under Department of Transportation. Some of the things that we've struggled with, with tiny homes and stuff like that, and is that this property now that these people lived on, now once it's flooded, becomes a floodplain property. FEMA could not put trailers on floodplain property because they fall into different restrictions government-wise. We've had a bill on the president's desk now for over 3 weeks trying to get that overturned, and we've heard nothing. So we're still falling back on these small campers. And again, they're not a permanent fix; they're a temporary fix. We just today just met with the NOAA Foundation and Senator Tart to try to come up. There's billions of dollars in a fund in North Carolina for disaster relief. We're trying to tap in that to get some more permanent relief. But right now, this is the way forward. The only way forward that we see without any restrictions whatsoever.
And you mentioned that in many places it looks somewhat like a third world country. How great is the need out there still?
Yeah. So as far as people living in tents, that's we've kind of fulfilled that mission, us with other organizations. What people don't understand now is that FEMA has gave out vouchers for these people that are displaced to live in hotels and temporary places. They could be hours away, 2 hours away, 3 hours away. They have farms, they have families, they have everything local, and they're living 3 and 4 hours away. How do you take care of your pets, your animals, your family, your farm? So what we're trying to do now is transition those people back into the community so they can start feeding off the community and put money back into the community and thrive, helping the community thrive. So that's what we're focusing on now, is getting those people back home from 2 and 3 hours away.
Matt, how long do you think it will take for some of these residents to start to get back to some sort of normalcy?
The infrastructure is a big part. All these linemen, man, I tell you what, they need a lot of praise as well. We see it every day, these guys out putting power lines up and putting the infrastructure back in. To see the infrastructure, the water, the sewer, the power, I'm not at liberty to say, but if I had to put a number on it, it's going to be over a year before all these areas have sustainability.
And my last question for you, I know your organization is obviously helping out with these RVs, with these trailers. There are so many organizations that are really stepping up. Just talk about the North Carolina community, because your organization is a North Carolina-based organization.
Yeah, OperationHelo.org. That's our nonprofit, and we partnered with Samaritan's Purse, and want to give a big shout out to Franklin Graham. They helped us out with a lot of fuel cost, and Samaritan's Purse. We worked hand in hand with those guys. All these other organizations, there's even these pop-up organizations that came out of nowhere, just born out of necessity, and to see all of these people come together as one community to help our fellow neighbors has been phenomenal. It seems like every need that there is, we can reach out and call a disaster relief organization that's popped up to help that particular need or entity, whatever that is. So it's been great to kind of culminate all of these together and reach out to an internal community to help our neighbors.
Thanks for watching. Go to joinnn.com to find News Nation on your screen. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of News Nation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.